Part 1. There are 8 questions in this part. For each question there are 4 options and a short recording. For each question, choose the correct answer A, B, C or D. You now have 45 seconds to look through the questions and the options in each question. Now we are ready to start. Listen carefully.
Look at question 1. Which box of chocolates do they buy?
Which box of chocolate shall we get Mum for her birthday?
Those round boxes with the flowers on are nice.
Yes, but that square box is cheaper.
But it's Mum's birthday. Let's get the big round one. We've got enough money.
OK.
When's Wendy's birthday?
Wendy, you're 21 on Saturday, aren't you?
No, my birthday's on May the 18th.
Well, Saturday is the 18th.
No, it's not. It's the 16th. How much petrol does the woman want?
Could you put 30 litres of petrol in my car, please?
Did you say 13 litres?
No, 30 litres. Fill it up, please.
What time is the woman's hair appointment?
I'd like to make an appointment to have my hair cut, please. This Friday or Saturday in the morning, if you can manage it.
Let me see. We can do Friday at 10 or 11:30. Then on Saturday there's 9:30 or 12 o'clock.
I'll take the earlier one on Saturday, please.
Where's the TV guide?
Have you seen the TV guide?
Isn't it on top of the television? I had it when I was watching the film last night.
I expect you left it by your chair then. Here it is under the cushion where nobody can find it. You should put it back in its place by the telephone. Then we'd all know where it is.
What does the man decide to take Tracy?
I'm going to see Tracy in hospital, but I can't think of what to take her. People always take flowers.
So she'll have lots already for sure. I always think it's nice to have something to read myself, but as Tracy's got her Walkman with her, what about something to listen to?
What a good idea. It's better than taking sweets, certainly, because I know she's on a special diet while she's in hospital.
Which sport has the man just started?
Hi, how was your holiday?
Great. Really good windsurfing and sailing. You know how much I enjoy them. And horse riding. I really want to go again now I've tried it. And the swimming pool was wonderful too. Much warmer than the one I usually swim in. Holidays are just too short.
8. What was damaged in the storm?
Was the roof of your house all right after the storm, Anna? I saw a workman there with a ladder today.
I'd had the roof repaired recently, so that wasn't a problem. The workman was putting some new glass in an upstairs window. I think a branch from a tree broke it when it fell off in the wind. I was quite lucky. It didn't damage my car, which was parked right under the tree.
That is the end of part 1. Now turn to part 2. You will hear 3 different conversations. In each conversation there are 4 questions. For each question, choose the correct answer A, B, C or D. You will hear the conversations only once. Now open your question paper and look at the conversation 1. You now have 25 seconds to look through the questions and the options in each question. Now we are ready to start. Listen carefully.
John!
Oh, Louise, hi.
I've just arrived for my singing lesson with Mrs. Thompson. What are you doing here?
I've come for a singing lesson too.
Well, if it's a secret, I won't tell anyone.
It's okay, Louise. I'm going to be in a musical show, so everyone will know soon.
Really? But can you actually sing then?
Well, I was taught to sing at school, you know, but now I'm in the show, I thought I'd better have a few more lessons.
Good idea. What do you think of Mrs. Thompson? She's really strict, isn't she?
She is, but I think if you want to sing properly, then she's the best teacher. You don't have to like her to see that she's really brilliant.
Oh, I suppose so. It's just that she makes me feel so nervous. How did you get chosen for the show?
Well, I went to see a few musical shows before Christmas. I don't know why, because I'd never really liked them before. And I thought I'd like to do that. So I tried for a part in the show at the Regent Theatre, and got it.
Well done. So have you actually done a show yet?
Yes, we've done a practice show just for family and friends.
So how did you feel?
Well, when we'd finished, I wanted to cry because I was so delighted that I'd actually got through it without making any big mistakes.
But did people like it?
Yes, they did. And it was great to have an audience.
I would love to be able to sing and have everybody listen and clap.
It's quite hard to do a musical show, actually. You have to dance as well as sing. It's hard work to get it right.
Oh, I wouldn't be keen on that. I'm only a singer, really. When does the show open?
On the 9th of October. Would you like a couple of free tickets?
Oh, yes, thanks.
Now open your questions paper and look at conversation 2. You now have 25 seconds to look through the questions and the options in each question. Now we are ready to start. Listen carefully.
I'm talking to Jackie Gould, who's a very proud mother. Both of her daughters, Olivia, aged 12, and Alicia, 7, are currently appearing on the stage of the world-famous London Palladium Theatre in the musical The Sound of Music. Olivia and Alicia survived 6 auditions to be picked from 1,000 hopefuls for the group of 7 children playing the Von Trapp family in the show. So, how did it all come about?
Well, until last year, the idea of them appearing at the London Palladium would have been unthinkable for our family. Things started to happen when Olivia auditioned for a production of the show Annie at the local theatre. She auditioned for the chorus and by chance got the leading role instead.
That's a very big role, the leading one in Annie, isn't it?
Yes. For Annie, Olivia had to learn more than 200 lines. She was on stage for most of the 2-hour show. It was a big script, and I decided that we'd do 10 pages a night. After memorising it, I gave her a random line. She would have to tell me what the next line was. She picked it all up even better than her homework.
And she did well in the part, presumably.
She was great in the part. Everyone was astonished by her performance, including us. She had always been very shy, and she suddenly came out of her shell. We found that she could really sing. A member of the stage management team for the show was taking over a local agency and asked her to sign up. So then she had an agent to represent her and try to get roles for her.
OK, so what happened next?
Well, Olivia was turned down for a part in the musical Mary Poppins. She reached the last 10 for the role of Jane Banks. She didn't get the part and was distraught. But she quickly picked herself up, and then we took both children to the Palladium auditions for The Sound of Music.
Now open your questions paper and look at Conversation 3. You now have 25 seconds to look through the questions and the options in each question. Now we are ready to start. Listen carefully.
Hello, Kira. How are you?
Fine, thanks, Paul. How are you?
Well, thanks. It's good to see you. It must be 12 months since you did our course.
That's right. It's nice to come back and say hello.
What course did you enroll in?
Actually, I went straight into third-year pharmacy. They credited me with 2 years, which probably made it more difficult for me.
On the other hand, you were lucky to be granted credits. Is that why you chose the course?
Yes, and as I'd already finished a course in it in my country, I thought it would be easier if I studied something I already knew.
I didn't realize you went into third year. I thought you started in first year. No wonder it was so hard. And what do you think is one of the big differences between studying at a university here and studying in your country?
Well, I found it very difficult to write assignments because I wasn't familiar with that aspect of the system here. The main problem is that the lectures expect you to be critical. That made me feel really terrible. I thought, how can I possibly do it? How can I comment on someone else's research when they probably spent 5 years doing it? I think a lot of people who come from overseas countries have similar problems. But after a while, it became easier for me. People expect you to have problems with the process of reading and writing, but in fact, it is more a question of altering your viewpoint towards academic study.
How was the content of the lectures? Was it easy for you?
I didn't really have many problems understanding lectures. The content was very similar to what I'd studied before.
And what about the lecturers themselves? Are they essentially the same as lecturers in your country?
Well, actually, no. Here they're much easier to approach. After every lecture, you can go and ask them something you didn't understand. Or you can make an appointment and talk to them about anything in the course.